Guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X. Last time we made it to the Priest's Passage. Kind of an odd name for this area. Anyway, did we get Yuna back here, or are we following Yuna? We're following Yuna. Trying to remember the where exactly we are on the plot. There we go. So yeah, this is probably everyone's least favorite cloister of trials in the entire game. And that's just because it's a tedious mess, and if you have a strategy guide, it's a lot easier. But the idea here is we're on the this little thing, and we're able to confirm our destination by pressing our main button. And if you notice all the other arrows that are pointing throughout the area, you can kind of see them from here, depending on which way they're pointing. When we press the X button as Titus is going over across of them, that will indicate which direction we're going to go. The only thing is, sometimes it doesn't cooperate and it won't shoot the way you want it to go because you're moving too fast. So anyway, this, yeah, like I said, my least favorite of all the dungeons, even more annoying than the one where we got Shiva, but it is the last main one that we're going to do, and I think I already missed it. So this one just shoots back and forth. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take what will be your first right, which is this one. It's my last left because I missed it because I wasn't really paying attention. And this one, as you can see, only goes in one direction, so we don't really have a choice here, though you'll always stop on this particular platform because later on we'll have a lot more options. We'll be able to unlock it, but for now, all we can do is go straight forward. Now, I went through the upcoming area and I wrote down the directions. And got distracted in the meantime there. And so I have my list of directions here, so hopefully we won't run into too many problems. First things first, you grab the sphere there. Now, you can fit 2 spheres on the thing, but you can also just hold the sphere and go back on the thing. In order for this pedestal to work in this manner, it needs to have at least one of these Bevel spheres, the blue ones, on it at all times. And because the camera angle loves us, and because it looks so weird, we get to spend all this time staring at the back or front of Titus's head. Don't know why, but oh well. So now we want to go straight, and we want to take our first right here. This one is pretty easy to get to. You can hit the area that you're trying to go to, even if you're slightly past the arrow when you press the button. But anyway, we want to insert our sphere in here, which will unlock, or puts a path in there, which allows us to go in a different way than we would have otherwise been able to go. So now we want to push this back on here. And then we can get back on the pedestal or the floaty thingy. Now, if you don't press the button to go back, you'll just end up falling off the edge, which will always, it doesn't get you game over or anything like that. It just starts you at the beginning of that particular line. So now we want to take the left path here. And now we want to take the sphere out of here. You may have been able to do this in a different order than I'm doing it, but I know for a fact this order works, so I'm just going to keep going with that. Now push it back on. So we got that, we got the sphere. Now we're going to head off the edge, and we're going to head right, take our first right when we restart this, so that we can head back down the first direction we went. Okay, if I'm silent for a moment, it's probably because I'm just kind of noting down where I am in my notes, because I just got a nice long list here, and I don't want to kind of be put in a situation there where I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. So anyway, let's see. We want to head to the left here, and then we want to take the last right on, or the last right here. Now, unfortunately, sometimes it shoots you over the edge because you're just going too fast, and even though I was pressing the button, it didn't want to work with me, so we'll just have to retry it. It's one of the things that makes this really tedious is if you're trying to get in a specific one, sometimes the timings will not work for you. You can just mash the button to hit that last one usually, and that'll work. So hopefully that works for you. If not, fall off the edge and then retry it. It usually works the second time. I've never had any issues trying to get that one more than once. Unlike the next one we're going to have to go for, the next one is a right pain in the ass. Over here is a sphere recess, but we can't do anything with that because we need to have this sphere in here at all times. We need to get a different sphere in order to do that, which means we need to try and get into the most annoying door or turn in this entire area because it doesn't like to work. We're going to try it once, and then I'm going to basically just go and do a loop so that I can hopefully get it to work, because usually I can do this 3-4 times in a row and it just won't work for me no matter how many times I try it. So we're going to try and get into this. Wow, first try. Usually, like the last time in my test run, that took like 4 or 5 attempts because the timing just wouldn't work properly. So maybe you have to wait for the arrow at the start of that area to go all the way around twice before you do it. Maybe that was all I needed to do. Anyway, here we can pick up the glyph sphere, so we want to do that. Now, you don't want to run past the pedestal, you want to push the pedestal. Good, Titus. Good doggy. And now we do want to take, I believe it's the second right here, and we're going to go nice and slow here. Now, notice how we were pretty far past it and we were still able to press the button. That's kind of how it works. So just so you have an idea of how far past you can be and still hit the button. It works a lot better when things are slower. So we want to put the sphere in here. And there we go. And then in here, we have the destruction sphere. Now, I'm trying to think. Can I do this in a way? Whatever. Yeah, we'll just go with this for now. Basically, what I need is I need the destruction sphere in my hand, but I also need 2 Bevel spheres for the next set, and I don't think I can get it so that I'm holding the destruction sphere and have the 2 Bevel spheres in the thing. At least I don't think I can. Okay, so let's see if we can get lucky, because we need to go back to that second one now. Let's see. Big money. Yeah. I didn't need to go back in that one, but I don't know. Yeah, I need the destruction sphere, but I need to go backward first, so let's not go in here. This is the problem you end up getting stuck with when you're trying to do the second room there. For some reason, it just doesn't like to work. So I think I was on the 3rd rotation there after the 2nd rotation. So let's see here. That might have been the 3rd one as well, but we'll see. Maybe that one will work for me, because I want to get back in that second one. Oh, I got it. Maybe it is just the second one. Well, the second one after you get kind of close enough to be able to activate it. Because while you're approaching that little circle there, you can't press the button. And you want the destruction sphere in here, which is going to activate this path over here that leads up. Normally this is a dead end. Now it changes things and we can go up that path to the upper right there. Now we can push this back this way. And get back on here. And now we want to take the last right again. It'll be nice to us, so I'm just going to spam the button. There we go. Yeah, luckily with this one where it points over the edge, you can never hit the button and it makes you go over the edge. You just have to miss hitting the one to the right. So anyway, so we're going to grab that sphere, which kills that passage there, but we don't need it anymore, so that's fine. We want to push that down get back on. We're going to head over the edge one more time. And yeah, that's pretty much the extent of this dungeon. We want to take the next right here, not the one we're on. So hopefully that works out for me. Whoa, barely got that one. Mashing is probably your best route. Though if you're playing on the PS3 version, or maybe the PS4 version, I don't really know, you may end up having a problem because of the input lag. Same with the lightning dodging. So we want to push this now that we have access to go over here, and make sure before doing this that you have 2 Bevel spheres. You can put both of them in the pedestal if you want, but you can also hold on to them, which is faster, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, I've talked about in the past there being the Destruction Sphere items that we need to get in each dungeon, in each Cloister of Trials, in order to get something secret later on. I can't remember if I've even mentioned what it is, but if you want to get it, you don't have to worry about bringing the second sphere. What this does is it gets us an extra item, not the actual item. This one here, you have to pick up. I didn't even press the button, I just walked toward it. The HP sphere is a guaranteed item that you get, and it unlocks this, which moves the pedestal up here. And you need to put the Bevel sphere in there to activate this, and have another one in here in order to push this on and get to the other side to get that other chest. Now, the other chest doesn't count for anything. The required treasure chest that we need in order to unlock the secret later on is the other one, the HP sphere, not the Nightlands. They get you that item automatically as you kind of go through there. So you basically walk over, you don't even have to press the button. All right, so taking a quick look at the Nightlands there, it's actually a really good weapon, because it's got lots of strength on it. It's one option to use. You could use either that one or the Hunter Sphere, depending on whether you want piercing or sensor, or if you just want outright more damage. Entirely up to you. I'm going to throw that one on for the moment. No, I don't want to walk on that. Yeah, make sure you've done that. I believe you can still... Can I still go down here? No, you're locked in here. Yeah, make sure you have both Bevel spheres before you come up here, because otherwise you'll miss it out. The Night Lance isn't, imperative or anything like that, but it's nice to have.
Yuna?
Your voice broke there,
Inside,
Titus.
maybe?
No, really?
What are we standing here for?
Why don't... Every other time we've been to one of these, we just wait. Except for Titus, who's usually an idiot.
You can stuff your taboos!
Now, if you remember, when we spoke with Kamari, he said the Ronso believe in Yevon, and they normally distrust the Albed. So him doing something like this that defies Yevon is a big character moment for him, even though he's not talking about it. And of course, Kamari's got all the strength there, so... Something looks familiar here.
What's that?
A faith. They join with the summoner, and together receive the aeon. They are human souls, imprisoned in stone by ancient Yevon rites. The dead should be allowed to rest.
Okay. I swear I've seen that guy before. Oh, so that's why she's always weakened afterward. And if you remember what I said last time, she wasn't weakened when she came out last time. This time, you could say it has twofold. One, the stress she's been through recently with the multiple kidnappings and all that kind of stuff. And two, the outright power of the aeon she just got.
Wait! Don't come out!
What? So we're gonna stay in a room that has one exit and not come out? What? We're just gonna stay there forever?
Last of them. You are to stand trial.
I expect it will be a fair trial.
Oh, I'm sure.
Of course it will.
It will be a fair trial. It just won't end well for you. Yes, we got Bahamut finally. Bahamut is probably the one that I find the most useful out of all the Aeons in the game, and he's not even the most powerful. He's just the most useful in my opinion. Sure, we'll throw a save so I don't ever have to go back and do that in case, like, randomly the power goes out or something like that. As of now, you know, knock on wood,
now in session.
I've never had the power go out on me while recording. I've had it go out on me while playing.
Sacred officers of this court seek nothing but absolute truth in Yevon's name. To those on trial, believe in Yevon and speak only the truth.
Sure, it's easy enough. We know we're
Maester
right.
Kelk Ronso.
The fourth one, I believe. They had said there's
Summoner
only
Yuna,
4 maesters.
you have sworn to protect the people of Yevon, true?
Yes,
Then consider. You have inflicted dire injury upon Maester Seymour Guado, conspired with the Albed and joined in their insurrection.
True.
These are traitorous and unforgivable crimes that disturb the order of Yevon. Tell this court what possessed you to participate in such violence.
Your Grace. The real traitor is Maester Seymour. He killed his father Jiskel with his own hands.
What is this?
Hadn't you heard?
Not only that, Maester Seymour is already dead.
It is a summoner's sacred duty to send the souls of the departed to the far plane. Yuna was only doing her job as a summoner.
There you go.
Grand Maester Micah, please send Seymour now.
Send the unsent to where they belong?
Yeah, do it.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
Maester?
I'm getting
Send the dead?
I'm getting Grandia flashbacks here. Oh yeah, by the way,
You would have to send me too.
the Mockin in the temples and the shotgun wedding, that was only
Grand Maester
the start of
Micah
things.
is a wise leader. Even in death, he is invaluable to Spira.
And everyone already knew. Well, the maesters did anyway.
Enlightened rule by the dead is preferable to the misguided failures of the living.
Again, refusing
Life is
change.
but a passing dream, but the death that follows is eternal.
The old guard ruling from
Men
death.
die, beasts die, trees die, even continents perish. Only the power of death truly commands in Spira.
What do you mean by that?
Resisting its power is futile.
Resistance is futile.
But what of sin?
What of sin?
I am a summoner, my lord, like my father before me. I am on a pilgrimage to stop the death that sin brings. Are you telling me that too is futile? Grand Maester Micah, I am not alone. All the people who have opposed sin, their battles, their sacrifices, were they all in vain?
I wish they would have added some kind
Not
of a
in
tear or something to her face there to
No
make
matter
it
how many summoners give their lives, sin cannot be truly defeated.
seem more emotional than
The
her face
rebirth
portrays.
cannot be stopped. Yet the courage of those who fight gives the people hope. There is nothing futile in the life and death of a summoner.
Never futile, but never ending.
Apparently. So people just try over and over again to kill it.
Indeed, that is the essence of Yevon.
And it's only to give hope. Hope is important.
Yevon is embodied by eternal, unchanging continuity.
Again, unchanging. Refusing to change.
That can't be right.
Those who question these truths, they are traitors.
Those who question our beliefs are traitors. Whether their arguments are valid or not. Shut up, Titus!
Get me out of here! I want out now! You hear me?
You waste your breath.
Why are there only 2 of them in there? I hope he hurts his foot.
Man, I hope Yuna's okay.
I wonder what's written on the floor there.
She is strong. She'll make it.
She'll make it? What, so she can die? Why is it everything in Spira seems to revolve around people dying?
Yep.
The spiral of death.
Huh?
Summoners challenge the bringer of death, sin, and die doing so. Guardians give their lives to protect their summoner. The Faith are the souls of the dead. Even the maesters of Yevon are unsent.
There we go.
Spira is full of death.
Can't argue with any
Only
of
sin
that.
is reborn, and then only to bring more death.
Therefore, a
It is a
never-ending
cycle of death,
spiral
spiraling endlessly.
or cycle. Now, we're supposed to kind of be one with Titus's perspective of seeing all
Come
this
out.
death and
The
not be
sentence
happy
has
about
been
it.
decided.
Oh, of course it has.
Sentence? Don't you mean execution?
Yeah, probably.
Really now, what person would execute a dear friend?
I'm starting to not like you.
You would.
Yeah. Yes, he would. And here's our execution at gunpoint. With our body right next to the water, so we just fall in and they don't even have to deal with
Looks like you're
burying
next. Next for what?
us.
Ah!
What, you didn't execute him? What? Why?
Get going.
What?
Where's everybody else?
That's...
Floating down there somewhere, maybe?
That's stupid! You just push somebody in the water and you leave them there. Well, I guess as a method of torture, you know, sure, they're going to end up drowning due to the fact that, you know, they're going to get tired or they'll die of lack of food. But yeah, if you notice, all the characters
What's
we
our
have
sentence?
who can swim,
Think they expect us to give up and die down here?
they end up in the pool.
Ugh, well, that's a lame way to kill someone.
Pointing out the fact that your game is lame does not
I
make
don't know.
it smart.
Wonder if we should wait for her.
It's still lame.
Let's wait at the exit.
Good plan.
There is an exit.
There shouldn't be. Otherwise, this is a really stupid way to kill somebody.
How fares the Ranso Maester?
It seems my father's murder troubles him.
I would suspect so.
Ever the Ranso. Hard-headed, hardly useful.
However, the summoner Yuna, daughter to High Summoner Braska, she may be of some use to us alive.
She has disturbed the order of Yevon. She cannot be allowed to live.
I understand.
Let it go, Seymour. No one thrown into the Via Purifico has ever survived.
Oh, looks like we're gonna be the first.
Yet there is always a small chance that they might. Place guards at the exit. Kill any who emerge.
Why is there even an exit?
Sir, leave that to me.
First your father, now your bride.
Allow me to do this because she is my bride.
Wait, I will go too.
You do not trust me?
Would you trust a man who murdered his father?
No.
Very well. As you wish.
Just remember that they've done this for a little bit here. One other point.
Lady Yuna, forgive me.
Whose voice was that? To the condemned. Stone panels are scattered throughout the Via Purifico, and it's got cool piano theme. Step on 1 to transport. Oh, wow, that was a long set of cutscenes. My controller fell asleep. If there is nothing there, then nothing will happen. Basically, you just turn and you can choose which direction you're going to go. So we're going to run over to the save point and we're going to call it a day. But one thing I do want to point out is that if you went back along the Mihen High Road and the Jose High Road and all that kind of stuff, you would have seen and talked to a few people that said, you know, the Crusaders have basically disbanded or they're not in a good way anymore. And if you remember, Keenock was the leader of the Crusaders, but he's also the leader of the warrior monks, and Seymour is the leader of the Guado. Well, the people who were replacing the Crusaders as guards along the high roads were the warrior monks and the Guado. You can see that because both Seymour and Keenock were part of Operation Mihen, and that decimated the Crusaders and put their people in power to guard everyone. So you can see that that was kind of a motivating factor behind why they did that. It's also a point, I'll go back to something we spoke to about with Orin, where the whole reason why Operation Mihen was sanctioned by Keenock and by Seymour was to prove that going against Yevon, using the Albed Machina and trying to fight Sin was futile. It got rid of the people who believed that there was another way other than believing in Yevon. So there was all manipulation, all by those two, to put their people in a higher place of power and to get rid of those who were unbelievers or who were thinking that there might be another way. Getting rid of that hope. Hope only exists in the Summoners and only in the Church of Yevon. So anyway, that's kind of my whole wrap-up of that. That's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time we will continue through the Via Purifico and see what we can find in here. Where are our other characters? Will Titus, Waka, and Riku make it out of the swimming pool alive? How much Blitzball will they have to play in the meantime? Find out next time. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.